I will direct my question to Ms. Cassandra Ong. Ms. Cassandra, during the previous hearing, when you were asked by the members of this committee about your educational attainment, sabi mo po nag-ALS ka, di ba? Yung nag-ALS ka, tama?
Opo.
Anong taon yun nag-ALS ka? Huwag mo sabihin na you double check naman. Pwede ba makalimutan mo kung nag-ALS ka, wala? At saka anong taon?
2016?
2016?
Hindi ko po sigurado kung ano yung exact year. 2017.
How old are you now?
24 po.
Oh, that is 8 years ago. So, you're 16 years old the time. Na nag-ALS ka?
Around 16, 17 yata.
Okay. What school?
I forgot na, Mr. Chair.
Oh.
Public school po siya.
Ha?
Public school
Anong school
po.
nga?
Hindi ko po...
Ay, Mr. Chairman, again, Cassandra Ong is lying.
Ako po'y matanda na eh. Pero alam ko pa rin kung saan ako nag-graduate ng elementary school. Alam ko rin kung anong buwan at taon ako kinasal. Tapos ikaw, batang-bata ka pa, hindi mo alam kung saan ka nagtapos. Anak ng tinapay naman, oo.
Naman yung kanilang port. Kaya ng port.
May tanong lang ako kay Alice, no? Before the next interpellator. Alice, yung mga buildings, ilang buildings meron doon sa Banban?
Your Honor, tanda ko lang po more than 5.
5 buildings lang in the whole 8-hectare property?
Yung building po more than 5 po.
More
More than, hindi pa ako masyado sure po talaga.
Doon sa area, sa buong, kasi nagpunta kami doon eh.
Opo, yung building po talaga ha.
Oh, yung building.
Building of, siguro, 5 po siguro.
Meron kasi doon na parang hindi siya, I think to me, it's called the building, although it's not more than one floor.
Yung mga residential
lahat,
po.
lahat ng structure doon, ilan?
More than 20, 30. Hindi pa ako sure po sa exact number.
Si Cassie naman. Cassie sa Lucky South 99, sa Porac, ilan yung building doon sa property na yun?
Kung hindi, 40?
40. Kaso mas malaki yung, ilang hectares yung sa Porac?
3.
Mas malaki yung property, yung lupa doon kaysa sa Banban.
I think 7 to 8 hectares po.
Halos parehas lang. Pero mas maraming building sa Porac.
Second floor lang po kasi yung
Pero yung
parang-
building sa inyo, yung nakita namin, building talaga. Yung
Second floor
3
po.
floors, 4 floors, di ba? Ay, 2 floors.
2 floors po.
So marami, 40 plus buildings yun. Tama?
Opo.
Oh, so Alice, doon ba sa inyo kasi wala masyadong 2 floors doon eh. Halos lahat parang structure niya, parang barracks, di ba?
Your Honor, yung 4 Pogo po doon sa area po is isang building lang po.
Okay. Pwede bang malaman sinong contractor nun?
Your Honor, hindi po ako kausap ng contractor, pero ang alam ko pong contractor po nung Bamban po is Howley.
Howdy? Ano yan? Local contractor?
Hindi na po ako sure po. Alam ko lang po yung pangalan nila pero hindi ko po sila
The name
nakausap.
of the construction is Howdy Construction.
Opo.
Okay. Nung bang ginagawa yun, nasisilip mo ba? Nabibisita mo habang ginagawa?
Nakikita ko po kasi karamihan po ng construction po doon galing po sa amin sa local po Bamban.
Karamihan ng?
Karamihan po ng mga construction workers po ay galing Bamban.
Okay. Sa Porac, nasisilip mo ba yun habang ginagawa yung mga building doon? Nung time na yun? Gano'ng kabilis ginawa yung Porac? Yung natapos yung 46 buildings na yun?
Bali po, 3 batch po siya ginawa. After kumita ng first area, doon na binil din second po.
Okay. So,
Yung timeline po,
in a span
I'm
of-
not sure po.
So, in 1 year's time, natapos lahat yung 46 buildings?
Hindi
na?
po.
Sino naman yung kontratista doon? Yung contractor doon?
I-double check ko lang po para sigurado po.
Sige.
Opo.
So, pwede mo malaman ngayon? Double check mo ngayon? Alam ba nung lawyer mo?
Hindi po.
So, hindi mo
Mr. Chair.
matandaan kung sino yung construction company na gumawa?
Hindi po.
Ilan ang Chinese na construction workers doon na nakita mo?
Iilan lang naman po.
May ilan na mga sa Banban walang Chinese construction worker?
Your Honor, hindi po ako sure po kung meron Chinese na worker kasi yung building po sa loob po ginawa. Hindi naman po ako nakakarating
So,
doon.
habang ginagawa yun, so it must probably have a lot of construction materials na binili. Tama?
Yes po.
Saan
Kasi
hardware nyo binili yung mga materials doon?
Your Honor, zero knowledge po ako doon.
So, hindi mo alam kung saan.
Hindi ko po alam.
Pero nakikita mo na dinideliver yung mga construction materials.
Your Honor, hindi ko po nakikita, gawa po ng hindi naman po ako madalas po na pumupunta po doon.
Di ba nasa likod lang ng yung munisipyo? Hindi mo ba natatanaw yun? Hindi mo ba nakikita yun?
That time po, hindi pa po ako mayor po. Nung
sige.
nag-start po sila na construction.
Okay, si Cassie, nung saan na galing yung mga materials, nung construction materials na
Hindi ko po sigurado, Mr.
hindi mo
Chair.
rin alam?
Opo.
Sige. Ito, let me just manifest sa inyo na mga resource persons. Pwede niyong sabihin, I invoke my right against self-incrimination, I refuse to answer because yan ang tinuro sa inyo ng mga abogado niyo, no? But again, no, dadating din ang panahon na magsasalita kayo eh. Pagdating dyan sa korte, yun din ang sasabihin niyo eh. And you will invoke again a lot of legal strategies that you will implement, but you cannot get away from telling the court or this court, I'm saying this court, we are the court of public opinion, ika nga, kailangan magsalita kayo. Hindi nyo na magagamit yung sinasabi. I'm sure your lawyers have briefed you kung paano gagamitin yung karapatan nyo. Because yung karapatan nyo ay hindi absolute, especially kayo ay considered respondents. Therefore, no, although not yet proven, you have committed a criminal act. Dapat alam nyo yan. Okay? So, the next interpellator is Congressman Karaps Paduano.
Thank you, Chairman. Anyway, Mr. Chairman, before I proceed with Ms. Aka Alisgo, I will direct my question to Ms. Cassandra Ong. Ms. Cassandra, during the previous hearing, when you were asked by the members of this committee about your educational attainment, sabi mo po nag-ALS ka, di ba? Yung nag-ALS ka, tama?
Opo.
Anong taon yun nag-ALS ka? Huwag mo sabihin na you double check naman. Pwede ba makalimutan mo kung nag-ALS ka, wala? At saka anong taon?
2016?
2016?
Hindi ko po sigurado kung ano yung exact year. 2017.
How old are you now?
24 po.
Oh, that is 8 years ago. So, you're 16 years old the time. Na nag-ALS ka?
Around 16, 17 yata.
Okay. What school?
I forgot na, Mr. Chair.
Oh.
Public school po siya.
Ha?
Public school
Anong
po.
school nga?
Hindi ko po...
Ay, Mr. Chairman,
Pangalan.
again, Cassandra Ong is lying. Pwede ba yun? Na hindi mo alam kung saan school ka na-enroll for the ALS? Oh. Baka hindi ka nag-ALS. Baka sa ibang bansa ka nag-aral.
Pwede po magsabi.
Yes.
Mr. Chair, hindi po. Nag-ALS po ako. It's parang ilang beses lang po ako pumasok. Pero around like sa...
Sabi mo, nag-ALS ka, tapos ngayon, ilang beses ka lang pumasok. Tinatanong kita ngayon kung anong school. Ay, bakit incriminating ba yung tanong ko?
Hindi po,
Oh.
Mr. Chair. Hindi ko lang po sigurado kung ano ang pangalan ng school.
Ay, pwede ba yun? You're lying. You're lying, Miss Cassandra Ong. Remember, you're now cited, previously you're cited in contempt, and I will once again cite you in contempt for lying. Hindi mo alam school? Kasi alam ko na hindi mo sasagutin kasi next question is, papakuha ko yung record mo kaagad-agad. Alam mo na yon, kaya hindi mo sasagutin. Oh,
Hindi po, Mr. Chair. Hindi ko lang po talaga matandaan.
hindi nga eh. Kahit sinong tanungin mo dito,
Mr.
alam
Chair.
nila kung saan sila nag-elementary, saan sila nag-high school, saan sila nag-aral.
Mr. Chair,
Yes, Chairman Akop.
with your indulgence. With your indulgence, Mr. Chair.
I yield my time to,
No, I just want to ask Miss Ong. Ako po yung matanda na eh, pero alam ko pa rin kung saan ako nag-graduate ng elementary school. Alam ko rin kung anong buwan at taon ako kinasal. Tapos ikaw, batang-bata ka pa, hindi mo alam kung saan ka nagtapos. Anak ng tinapay naman, oo. Ay, mapipilitan akong i-second yung susunod ni Honorable Paduano.
Oh, Miss Cassandra Ong.
I-double check ko lang po.
Oh,
right
yun,
now.
hindi, I will not accept that answer of yours.
But,
Eto, yung mamamayan na nanonood sa atin. Lahat dito nandito. Alam nyo kung saan kayo nag-graduate elementary, di ba? Alam nyo kung saan kayo nag-graduate high school? Alam nyo kung nag-ALS kayo, saan kayo nag-ALS?
Ako alam ko, Mr. Chair.
O, alam mo,
ko.
di ba? Hindi naman, may edad lang, pero hindi matanda. Si Chairman Abante, alam niya. Why you're asking your lawyer? Bakit mo ba check? Ay, hindi, Mr. Chairman. Isang tanong pa lang to. Ms. Alice Go, ang dami, Cassandra Ong, ang dami pa akong tatanungin sa iyo. But, Mr. Chairman, with that, once again, I move to cite in contempt Ms. Cassandra Ong for not answering the question of this representation in violation of our internal rules, Section 11, Paragraph C of our internal rules.
Second. Nako.
There's a motion to cite in contempt Ms. Cassandra Leong for violating Section 11, Paragraph C of the Rules of the House. Any second? Duly seconded. Any objections? No objections. The motion is approved. She is now cited in contempt the second time.
Second motion, Mr. Chairman, from any members.
Mr. Chair?
There was a second. Yes, Congressman Akop.
Since Ms. Cassandra Ong was already cited in contempt, may I move that she be detained sa Correctional Institute for Women if our detention facilities would already be full? So move, Mr. Chair.
Second.
There is a motion to detain Ms. Cassandra Ong at the Women's Correctional Center. Duly seconded. Any objections? Hearing none, the motion is approved.
Chairman.
Third motion?
Wala nang third, second na, Mr. Chairman. Anyway, Mr. Chairman, ganito lang po, yun lang pong first question ko kanina. But alam ko po, kanina pa, in fact, when Cassandra Ong was asked by Congressman Pimentel, alam mo kasi, yung mga tinatanong kanina ni Chairman Pimentel was already on record. Ms. Cassandra Ong. And during the time when we asked Ms. Macariñas, nandyan ka. And you never denied the statement of Ms. Macariñas. Ang gusto lang po ni Congressman Pimentel na ulitin if you are cooperating or you're still lying. Now, Mr. Chairman, I would just like to ask, but of course, hindi na ito sasagutin ni Ms. Cassandra Ong. Mr. Chairman, is the Deputy City Prosecutor that filed the case against Cassandra Ong and the DOJ Banban Composite Team is present?
Yes, I think they're
Good
present.
evening, Mr. Chair.
Please identify yourself.
Deputy City Prosecutor Benjamin Samson, Your Honor.
Have you taken your oath?
Not yet, Your Honor.
Comsec, please administer the oath of Deputy Prosecutor.
Please stand, sir.
Yes, and please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in this congressional inquiry? Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Anyway, sir, ganito po, attorney. Kung nasusundan niyo po yung mga tanong ng mga kasama namin dito kanina, addressed to Ms. Cassandra Ong, he was asked about question of some financial matters, particularly the Whirlwind investment that was asked by the Honorable Flores. And she was also asked by Congressman Adjong kanina with regards to the payments and the sublease agreement and payments with regards to Whirlwind and Lucky South 999. And the answer of Cassandra Ong is she invoked her right to serve incrimination. Now, question. Kasi daw, there is a case now with regards to money laundering. Now, tanong ko po, is Cassandra Ong has a case as of now that was filed by the prosecutor or the DOJ with regards to financial matters on Whirlwind and Lucky South 999?
First, I need to clarify, Mr. Chair. There is a pending case for money laundering against Guo Ping, which includes Cassandra Ong as respondent. But it was filed by the NBI, AMLC, and PAOK. It's now pending preliminary investigation before the Department of Justice.
In relation to what pogo?
Based on the complaint filed by the three complainants, Your Honor, there was a link made between Bamban and Porac Pogo operations. So that transaction involving Cassandra Ong is not necessarily connected to the Porac operation, but because of the conspiratorial acts between Bamban and Porac operations.
But to be specific, there is no case with regards to Whirlwind and Lucky South 999.
There is one, Your Honor, the qualified trafficking in
No,
persons.
yung question of money laundering.
None so far, Your Honor.
None
But
so
I
far.
believe, based on the information we have, our law enforcement agencies are conducting their case build-up, and I believe they're also planning to file a money laundering case for the PORAC operations.
But as of now, wala pong kaso.
Wala pa po.
Okay. That is why, Mr. Chairman, I just want to establish that Ms. Cassandra Ong is lying when she was asked by Congressman Adjong and Congressman Kit Flores with regards to investment of Whirlwind and the payment on the sublease agreement between Whirlwind and Lucky South. So again, I'd like to establish, to reiterate that on that issue, Ms. Cassandra Ong, again, is lying. Because walang kaso with regards to money laundering doon sa Whirlwind and doon sa Lucky South. And sabi nga ni attorney, they're contemplating, may case build up pa, and they're contemplating to file a case. Money laundering case against Cassandra Ong on that matter. Tama po.
Correct, Your Honor. So at present, it remains speculative with respect to the actual transactions that will be included in that complaint.
Tama. So again, Mr. Chairman, for the record, yung second question ko sana address ko Cassandra Ong, but wala siya, but I know he will not answer that. She will not answer that because that was the question raised by Kong Adjong and Kong Flores. Now, let me proceed na lang po doon sa kanina po, Mr. Chairman, doon sa motion with regards to the contempt order for Ms. Alice Go. And for the information of the Honorable Committee, I have with me a copy of an order coming from Branch 282, Regional Trial Court, Bulwagan, Branch City 282 Regional Trial Court in Valenzuela City. Now, Mr. Chairman, this subpoena is addressed to the PNP Custodial Service Unit for Ms. Alice Go to be present tomorrow on a pretrial and arraignment. Can we ask the head of the PNP Custodial Unit, in which, can you take your seat, please, Colonel? Please state your name.
Good evening, Your Honor. I am Police Colonel Paul Gamido from the Headquarters Support Service.
Have you taken your oath,
Not yet, Your Honor.
Chairman?
Pomsec, please administer the oath.
Please stand and raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in this public inquiry? So help you God.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Colonel, Mr. Chairman, do you confirm that tomorrow there will be a hearing for Ms. Alice Go?
Yes, Your Honor. We received an order from Branch 282 RTC Valenzuela City directing the Headquarters Support Service to bring the accused Alice Go before the said court for the scheduled arraignment and pretrial, Your Honor.
Matanong ko lang po, ano ba ang sitwasyon doon sa custodial facility ng PNP? Yung pinaglalagyan kay Ms. Alice Go, air condition ba? How big is the space?
Yes, Your Honor. Considering Your Honor na yung mga nadidetain sa custodial facility are high risk saka high profile na detainees, so we have a 24/7 security doon sa compound ng
Sandali
ng-
po. You're not answering my question, Colonel. Ang tanong ko lang po, hindi pa ako pupunta doon.
Yes, Your Honor.
Ang tinatanong ko po, anong kondisyon ng room o detention cell or facility na inilalagay si Cassandra Ong? Alice Go.
Your Honor, sa condition po ni Ms. Alice Go, meron po treated po siya as a regular or ordinary person deprived of liberty. Meron po siyang isang room, maliit na room, meron siyang isang higaan, meron siyang isang ceiling fan, at sa loob ng maliit na room na yon, Your Honor, doon na rin po yung comfort room niya, Your Honor.
Do you allow her to have her cell phone?
Please, can you repeat, Your Honor?
Pinapayagan niyo ba na may cellphone si Cassandra Ong?
Honor-
Alice Go.
Strictly prohibited, Your Honor, lahat po ng electronic gadgets, Your Honor, to include yung cell phones and radios and other electronic gadgets, Your Honor.
Sa ngayon, sigurado ka wala siyang cellphone.
Yes, Your Honor.
Miss Alice Go, wala kang cellphone.
Wala po, Mr. Chair.
So, hindi siya pinapayagan na tumawag. Yung visitation pala,
Yes, Your Honor.
ang schedule, paano?
During weekdays, Your Honor, ang schedule po ng visitation is from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. And during weekdays, Your Honor, it will start from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m.
From 1 p.m. to 5 p.m.
Yes, Your Honor. During weekdays, Your Honor.
Weekends?
Weekends, Your Honor, it will start from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., Your Honor.
Paano yung security niya papunta rito? Kasi, as mentioned by Miss Alice Go, may threat siya. Ilan ba yung security na dala niyo dito sa kanya?
Your Honor, ang security package for the movement of PUPC Alice Go is composed of 45 all PNP personnel, Your Honor.
45.
45, Your Honor.
So, the government is spending that much for Miss Alice Go with 45 security escort. That is the directive coming from your higher-ups.
That is the regular security package every time we have a movement of the persons under PNP custody, Your Honor.
Anyway, Mr. Chairman, let me ask na lang po, Mr. Chairman, that the SAA or representative of SAA will visit and check the facility in which Ms. Go is now detained in the PNP custodial facility. Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Chair.
Comsec, can you please coordinate with the SAA and the PNP Custodial Center as to the request of Congressman Paduano? Yes, Congressman Akop.
May I just follow up the question of the Honorable Paduano with the PNP. Ang sabi po ninyo, pag merong hearing yung isang nakadetain po sa inyong facility, 45 police personnel will be deployed. That's a regular or a routine task. Would that be true?
Yes, Your Honor. Yung mga lately na movement namin, pag merong movement po, Your Honor, ang mga person under PNP custody, usually, Your Honor, at least 45 PNP personnel. Ang,
Ilan po yung nakadetain ngayon po doon sa inyo?
for, Your Honor.
So kung magsabay-sabay na hearing yun, ilan pong personnel ang involved?
So less than 200 PNP personnel, Your Honor.
Ganon. Do you have enough personnel for that task?
For information, Your Honor, the security package is composed of composite
Hindi po-
PNP
hindi,
personnel
Colonel.
from other units also, Your Honor.
Colonel, you are not appropriately answering my question. Ang tanong ko lang, kung nagkasabay-sabay ng hearing yung apat, do you have enough personnel? 200 plus sabi po ninyo. Ano po ang sagot ninyo?
Meron po, Your Honor, kasi
You
we are
have-
supported by other units, Your Honor.
You have enough personnel.
Yes, Your Honor.
Oh, lahat ng nakadetain po doon sa inyong facility. And may I know, sino po yung tatlong nakadetain po doon sa inyo ngayon?
One is Pastor Apollo Kibuloy. The other one, Your Honor, is I forgot the first name, Your Honor, pero siya po si Escorial. And the other one, Your Honor, ay isang foreigner, Your Honor, in the name of Tarek, Your Honor.
And would my presumption be correct na sabihin na ito po ay pursuant to the orders of the court having jurisdiction over these people?
Yes, Your Honor.
May court order lahat yan na doon
Yes, Your
po sa
Honor.
inyo madidetain.
Opo, sir.
Sige. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, lastly, can I proceed, Mr. Chairman?
Yes, please proceed.
Mr. Chairman, in relation to the jurisdiction of the resource person, Ms. Alice Go. Mr. Chairman, let me read my manifestation and later I will move for the jurisdiction of Ms. Alice Go. Mr. Chairman, the Joint Committee is very grateful to Presiding Judge Elena Amigo Amano for granting our request for the attendance of former Mayor Alice L. Go alias Go Waping in today's hearing. Mr. Chair, after we have cited Alice Leal Go aka Go Waping in contempt for violating Section 11, Paragraph C of the House of Representatives, Rules of Procedures, Governing Inquiries in Aid of Legislation, and ordered to be detained at House of Representatives until the termination of the congressional inquiry and approval of the committee report thereon in the House plenary. We have learned, as I have said a while ago, that Ms. Go is scheduled to be arraigned by RTC Branch 282, Valenzuela City tomorrow, September 20, 2024 at 1:30 p.m. for criminal cases involving violation of Republic Act 3019. In upholding the Ender Branch courtesy, Mr. Chairman, the House of Representatives will allow Ms. Go to attend the said hearing. And in the spirit of inter-branch courtesy, Mr. Chairman, and mutual respect between the co-equal branches of government, there is a need to seek the indulgence of the RTC Branch 282 of Valenzuela City regarding former Mayor Alice L. Go, alias Go Waping, who is currently detained at the Philippine National Police Custodial Center, Camp Crame, by virtue of court order pending the resolution of criminal cases. The House of Representatives, fully cognizant of the court's jurisdiction over Ms. Go and ongoing criminal proceedings, is committed to upholding this principle as we navigate overlapping areas of our respective mandates. And will, in fact, Mr. Chairman, if you have given due courtesy to the office of the Vice President and to the Vice President during the yesterday's hearing on good government, without taking her oath, but still, this House is so lenient by affording the office of the Vice President and the Vice President due courtesy. Now, Mr. Chairman, however, I'd like to move that we will write the Honorable RTC Branch 282 in Valenzuela City that after the said hearing, the authority to take custody of the person of Ms. Go be transferred from the Philippine National Police to the House of Representatives. With that, I therefore request for the committee secretariat to prepare and send the letter request to the said RTC. So move, Mr. Chairman.
Ang haba nun. There is a motion as stated by Congressman Paduano and duly seconded. Any objections? Hearing none, the motion is approved. Now, the next interpellator is Congressman Jay Kong Hun.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, dahil natanong na po halos lahat ng katanungan sa ating mga witnesses, pwede ko po bang maidirect ang aking katanungan sa mayor po ngayon ng Banban Tarlac?
Please proceed.
Nasaan dyan po ba si mayor ng Banban Tarlac? Mayor, paano po kayo naging mayor ng Banban Tarlac? Paano po kayo nakaupo ngayon bilang mayor?
Magandang gabi po sa mga kagalang-galang na mababatas sa kapulungan ito. Ako po yung first councilor na...
Naka-oath na po ba kayo?
Opo,
Okay, thank you.
Opo, Your Honor. First councilor po as independent noong 2022 election. At nung yung mayor namin na suspende, nag-acting vice mayor po ako. And then yung pong lumabas yung ng ombudsman, yung kasong ipinail sa amin lahat, ako lang po yung naiwan, Your Honor. Kaya ako po yung naging acting mayor ngayon sa kasalukuyan. August 14 po, nung mag-assume ako ng office and then matatapos po ng November 14, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, paano po kayo, anong dahilan kung bakit po kayo naging naupong mayor at hindi kayo nasuspinde?
Sa pag-issue po ng sunyuan, Your Honor, dun sa letter of no objection, ako lang po yung nag-iisang councilor na nag-oppose dun sa pag-issue ng letter of no objection dun sa company na sunyuan.
Bakit po kayo nag-object, Mr. Chair?
Sa dahilan po nung hearing po namin na regular session, wala pong pinapakita sa akin, Your Honor, na kahit anong dokumento na letter of intent, DTI, at naitanong ka rin po kung sino yung may-ari. Wala po silang may pakita sa akin dokumento, Your Honor.
Ibig sabihin po, Mr. Chair, pumasa po sa council yung mga dokumento nung kumpanya na walang ipinapakitang DTI, letter of intent, o kahit anong dokumento ng kanyang papeles yung kumpanyang nag-apply sa inyo?
Noong po panahon na yon, Your Honor, patapos na po yung session namin at hindi po nakakalendar yung request po nila na resolution na letter of no objection. Sa pagkakalong ko po, mindadali po naman kasama namin at nasuspend po yung house rule namin ni Councilor Reiner Rivera at siniconded po ni Councilor Judge Sales. Outnumber po ako sa pagkakataon yun, Honor. Pero kahit nag-iisa po ako, lumaban pa rin po ako at nag-privilege speech. At sabi ko nga po sa sa minutes of meeting namin, dahil po sa nangyaring nagdaang panahon na ilang beses na raid ng yung kumpanyang Hongsen, nung time ko po, nanaw po ako bilang konsilor, kaya ayaw ko na pong mangyari ulit yung nangyaring raid nung nakaraan. Kaya sabi ko nga po, pag-aralan muna namin mabuti dahil yung sa mga nakarang administrasyon, na-raid na po. Kaya lang po, na-outnumber po ako, Your Honor.
So, Mr. Chair, before, na-raid na po siya before.
Opo, Your Honor.
Tingin mo, Mr. Chair, bakit po inaprubahan ng council yung permit ng kumpanya kahit walang DTI, walang letter of intent, wala lahat? Tingin nyo bakit inaprubahan ng council yon? Kasi napaka-pagtataka naman, di ba? Walang mga permit, walang mga dokumento, wala lahat, pero inaprubahan ng council?
Yun din po ang pinagtataka ko, Your Honor, bakit nga po nangyari yung bagay na yon. Hindi ko po malaman kung anong dahilan, bakit po sinuspende yung house rule namin. Hindi ko po alam kung sinong may pakananon o sino yung nag-udyok para po isuspend yung house rule namin, Your Honor.
Mr. Chair, nung bang pagkatapos na ipasa ng council yung dokumento ng kumpanya, meron ka bang nakitang pagbabago sa buhay ng mga konsehal? Meron bang nakabili ng kotse? Meron bang nakabili ng bahay?
Sa bagay na yon, Your Honor, doon sa bahay, wala po akong nakitang pagbabago sa mga kasama namin. Maliban po sa mga kasama kong konselor na may mga bagong sasakyan, at hindi ko po alam kung inutang yun sa bangko o car loan po, Your Honor.
So, pagkatapos maipasa, may mga kasamahan ka na nakabili ng kotse?
Hindi ko po masabi na nabili, Your Honor. Basta may nakita po akong pagbabago, baka po car loan yun, Your Honor.
Mr. Chair, after po na naipasa ng mga kasama ninyo, hindi po ba kayo kinausap bago na ipasa ni Mayor Alice Go? Hindi kayo kinausap? Hindi kayo sinabihan? Hindi ba siya nakiusap sa inyo para ipasa yung resolusyon?
Hindi ko po nakita yung presence ni Mayor Alice Go noong time na yun, Your Honor. Ang alam ko lang po, may nakikita ko sa mga kasamahan ko na may mga cellphone na hawak. Hindi ko po alam kung bakit po may mga hawak na cellphone, Your Honor. Kaya po nabigla po ako na pinagsabihan ng sekretary namin na i-agenda yung resolution na letter of no objection, Your Honor.
Sa mga konsihal na mga kasama mo, Mr. Chair, sino ang pinakamalapit doon kay Mayor Alice Go?
Halos lahat po sila, Your Honor, maliban po sa akin.
Lahat sila malalapit?
Opo.
Tanong ko lang po kay Vice Mayor. Vice Mayor? Vice Mayor? Vice Mayor, magandang gabi po.
Magandang gabi po, Your Honor.
Tanong ko lang po, Vice Mayor, sa lahat po ng konsihal ng Banban, sino po ang pinakamalapit kay Mayor Alice Go?
Ang alam ko po si Honorable Councilor Reiner Rivera.
Sino po ang naglapit sa inyo para aprobahan yung resolusyon para dun sa kumpanya ng Pogo?
Si Reiner Rivera po nag-move ng motion to approve ang company po ng Sungyong Technology at nag-suspend po yung house. At sinabi ko po, walang mag-object this motion and seconded by Judge Sales. Ay wala naman po nag-object, kaya yung motion po is carried and approved.
Siya po yung pinakamalapit na konsihal kay Mayor Alice Go.
Yan po ang pagkaalam ko.
Nagbago po ba ang buhay niya nung maaprobahan niyo yung resolusyon ng Pogo?
Halos the same naman po. Dahil kasi meron siyang business na manpower at saka mga canteen sa tindahan.
Ay kay Mayor Alice Goo po. Mayor, gandang gabi po. Mayor, bakit po ninyo pinaaprubahan sa council yung dokumento po ng mga ng Pogo, walang letter of intent, walang DTI, wala lahat, pero naaprubahan po?
Your Honor, for that question po, I invoke my right against self-incrimination. May na-file na po sa akin na ombudsman po.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair,
Thank you
yun lang po.
Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Congressman Kong Hun. Yes, Congressman Jong.
Yes, Mr. Chair, if there are no other interpellants, I'd like to ask just two simple questions to
Okay,
NBI.
please make it short.
Yes, thank you.
The SDS has a manifestation to make, so please.
I'd like to ask, Mr. Chair, I'd like to address these questions to NBI. NBI po, yes. But I got curious po, a couple of days ago, there was a news that came out of the body double of Mayor Alice Goo. I'd just like to know what's actually the relevance of catching this body double of Mayor Alice Goo insofar as your investigation is concerned.
Mr. Chair, good evening again. With regards po dito sa sinasabi nating mga body double, no? There was a time na nung hindi pa po natin nalalaman na siya ay nasa ibang bansa, ay nabalita po na nakikita siya sa iba't ibang lugar, no? So, sa pag-iimbestiga po natin, ay may mga natuklasan tayo na meron siyang mga empleyado na hawig sa kanya. At posible, ito ay maaaring isang taktika para ilihis o ilinlang yung mga taong sumusubaybay para po ma-serve doon ang warrant of arrest ng contempt ng Senado po.
So,
Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair. So, ibig sabihin po, parang decoy siya.
Parang ganun po ang lumalabas, Mr. Chair.
How many body doubles do we probably see? Isa lang po or mga decoys? Isa lang, dalawa, tatlo?
Sa amin pong pagsubaybay, isa lang po yung napansin namin, Mr. Chair.
So ito po ay ginawa deliberately to probably to ilihis yung investigation ninyo? Was there any deliberate in your investigation, was this done deliberately or in connivance with Miss Alice Goo? Of course, with the permission of that particular person having to pose as Miss Alice Goo?
Wala naman po kaming nakuhang ganong testimonya. Ito lang po ay isang anggulo na aming tiningnan. In fact, ang nasa pina na po natin at humarap na rin po sa NBI, yung pong sinasabi natin na kahawig niya at nagbigay na rin po ng testimonya sa NBI, Mr. Chair.
Okay. For my final question, Mr. Chair, so ibig sabihin, hindi naman ito, this is just the assumption and there was no obstruction of justice ever committed by this person because you're actually looking for a fugitive and there was a body double that came out, so there was no obstruction of justice ever been committed or established for you to be able to file any pertinent cases against this person, this double body of Miss Alice Goo?
Mr. Chair, sa ngayon po ay iniimbestigahan pa po yan dahil meron pa rin pong ibang anggulong tinitingnan dito po, Mr. Chair.
Okay, but we are sure that we are in front of us is the real Alice Goo, at least. Tama
Yes,
po?
Mr. Chair.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Congressman Jong. Senior Deputy Speaker Gonzales.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Ma'am Alice, Ma'am Kashi, may tanong po ako sa inyo. Pilipino po ba talaga kayo?
Opo, Mr. Chair, Filipino po ako.
Ikaw, Ma'am Cassandra, Pilipina ka ba?
Yes po, Mr. Chair.
Mahal niyo ba talaga yung Pilipinas?
Opo, mahal ko pang Pilipinas.
Mr. Chair.
Mayor Alice Goo, naging mayor ka po ng Bambang Tarlac. Every Monday, nagpa-flag racing kayo. Alam niyo kung kantahin yung Lupang Hinirang?
Opo.
Pwede mong, huwag mong ikanta yung last sentence ng Lupang Hinirang.
Ang mamatayan na dahil sa'yo?
Nang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo. Totoo ba yan?
Opo.
Ba't mo kami pinapahirapan? Ba't nyo pinapahirapan yung Pilipinas? Hirap na yung Pilipinas. Alam mo ba yon? Alam mo ba yon? Hirap na po yung Pilipinas. Kaya tinanong kita kung mahal niyo po yung Pilipinas. Kami po, mahal namin yung bansa namin. Kung kayo'y Pilipino, dapat mahalin niyo rin yung bansa natin. Tinitingnan kita sa mata. Tinititigan kita sa mata. Eye to eye tayo. Kung sino yung matalo, yun yung hindi nagsasalita ng totoo. Diba? Hindi kita titingnan kita talaga mamaya. Pero may tanong ako sa iyo. Kilala mo ba si Michael Yang?
Mr. Chair, hindi ko po kilala si Michael Yang.
Kilala mo ba si Ong Jiang Yang?
Mr. Chair, hindi ko rin pong kilala yung Ong Jiang Yang.
Mayor Alice, dito sa research namin, si Ong Jiang Yang is one of the 7 individuals whose assets were frozen by the Court of Appeals in relation to the qualified trafficking investigation into the Banban, Tarlac, and it has been reported that accounts link Ong Jiang Yang with transaction amounting to 3.2 billion were used to finance Ong Sheng, a POGO firm that was raided of its illegal activities and has close ties to Alice Goals of Bao Fu Land Development Incorporated. Naniniwala po kayo dito sa aming research?
Mr. Chair, doon sa research niyo po, wala pong pumasok sa akin na pera at hindi ko po kilala yung sinabi niyo po ng Ong Jiang Yang. Pero marami na po ako narinig po na ganun po na issue po about that.
Well, naitanong ko to kasi the topic after this discussion, medyo nagkulang tayo sa oras. Mayroon kaming matrix na papakita sa taong bayan para makita natin yung real perspective, yung real picture, kung sino talaga ang nasa likod ng mga illegal activities dito sa ating bansa. Una, drug activities. Pangalawa, yung POGO. Pangatlo, EJK, extrajudicial killing. Number 4, lahat ng mga taga-China pumunta dito, namili ng libo-libong hektarya sa ating bansa. Ngayon, napakalaki nito. Alam mo, tumatawag sa akin ngayon. This is our next topic. I will give to Chairman Dan the other question. Chairman Dan,
Thank you.
hello?
Thank you, SDS, no? For the information of the body, no? A while ago, we were discussing about the Philippine Sanjia Steel Corporation, which was owned by a Chinese national pretending to be a Filipino who happens to be the brother of Mr. Michael Yang and Ong Jiang Yang, which is, according to AMLAC, there is a financial transaction with Miss Alice Go. And looking forward, we have invited the said person who owns the Philippine Sanjia Steel Corporation, located in Cagayan de Oro City. We invite him to be a part of this discussion, not only because of him being the brother of Mr. Michael Yang and Ong Jiang Yang, but of course, his relation to the Alwana compound wherein the PNP inspected the alleged POGO operation that was operating then before. Now, it has reached to our knowledge that this brother of Ong Jiang Yang, of Hong Ming Yang, who is Michael Yang, and Ong Jiang Yang, who is being cited already in contempt, now is in the custody of the immigration. Because, accordingly, siguro ilabas natin yung ano, kanina pinakita ko na po yun. Ipakita nga natin yung passport. Ayan. If you remember, Alice Go, yan si Diansing Yang, na eldest brother ni Michael Yang, was already apprehended at the Ninoy Aquino International Airport a while ago. And his violation is in accordance with the immigration law. Since in his corporation that he filed at the SEC, can you kindly show the picture of the Philippine Sanjia Steel Corporation, wherein he is the president? He owns a passport in the name of Antonio Lim. No, the other one. the corporation. Yung corporation. Okay, sige. Okay, dito. Yeah, that Antonio Lim, where his residence that was submitted to the SEC, Yacal Street, Cugman, Cagayan de Oro City, is the same person of the brother of Michael Yang in the name of Jian Xing Yang, the older brother of Mr. Michael Yang. Now, what is his violation? Why he was apprehended in the international Ninoy Aquino International Airport because of his violation of these laws in accordance with our immigration policies. Now, siguro Mr. Chairman, I will brief yung ating pong mga members that yung 2,000 yung mga businesses that he is into. Mr. Tony Yang or si Jianxing Yang or Antonio Lim owns and started in 2000. He established the Yangtze Group Trade Company Incorporated, which involved different importation. And these are the different companies that he owns. And in here, the Yangtze Rice Mill, Mr. Chairman, dito tayo medyo nag-worry because a lot of hundreds of millions of pesos enter in this Yangtze Rice Mill under the Golden Sun Cargo Examination Service Corporation, which is owned also by the brother of Michael Yang in the name of Tony Yang. So basically, Mr. Chairman, hindi lamang po sa Pogo nagtatago yung ating mga Chinese personalities pretending to be Filipinos, but also in the different corporations. Like this Sanjia Steel Corporation, who have invested 800 million in the PBDEG, Philippine Industrial Area, wherein 22 hectares belong to us. He rented it out, the 22 hectares, where he put also a port, a wharf, wherein doon po nagdadak yung mga ship na kung saan pinapasok po yung mga kargamento papunta po doon sa kanilang Sanjia Steel Corporation. Now siguro pakita po natin yung Sanjia, yung mismong warehouse. You will notice that the warehouse that was constructed in 2018, the same time that Bamban and Porac were being constructed, nagsimula po sila dyan. At makikita po niyo na meron silang port na kung saan easily they can penetrate all the cargos or the different goods that entering the premises. Dyan po nila pinadadaan. Ang mabigat po dito, Mr. Chairman, is the development plan that they have submitted in the city of Cagayan de Oro City. Can you kindly show the ground floor plan, the second floor plan, the roof deck, and the third floor plan? You can see the plan that they have submitted. The plan that they have submitted for all those buildings that were constructed, almost the same on those plan that was constructed in Banban and in Porac. Mga kwarto-kwarto wherein the POGO operation is being conducted. In here, Mr. Chairman, I'll be showing as well the different I'm not going to show the different financial bank transaction wherein the different exchanges of money that involves those who are in the drug trade. We will withhold on the showing of this matrix. And I think the PAOK-TF kay Dr. Winston Casio, who is now with Mr. Tony Yang, may have the proper knowledge of expressing the whole and the totality of this matrix. But in this matrix that we have seen, Mr. Chairman, I can see prominent personalities that are involved in the drug trade. Most likely, all the drugs that some of those entering in our country pass through that port, hiding in a legitimate business. But of course, Mr. Chairman, it is just right and proper that we have invited the incorporators of the Sanjia Steel Corporation last week. And unfortunately, they haven't replied. And now that they are under the custody of the immigration officers, then maybe, Mr. Chairman, we can invite them over, or Mr. Tony Yang, the brother of Michael Yang, can be invited in this Quad Committee. Dahil itong taong to, Mr. Chairman, have been here since 1998 or 1997. He started his business in 2000. So, basically, he know how to speak Tagalog. And we will understand the way that he's speaking. So, Mr. Chairman, siguro for now, because he is under the custody of the immigration, we will be refraining from talking about him for the meantime until such time that that person is here with us in this Quad Committee, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Congressman Fernandez.
Mr. Chair, can I just say something?
Yes, Congressman Abante.
It means, Mr. Chair, according to the manifestation of Congressman Dan Fernandez, that there is a real connection between Pogo and drugs, Mr. Chair. And that is what our people need to know, that there is a real connection here between Pogo and drugs and Chinese syndicate, Mr. Chair. I think it would be also good for Congressman Fernandez to
Yes.
tell us of the Cavite Shabu
Yes,
raid.
yes, Mr. Chair.
Yes,
if I
go
may,
ahead.
no, as a matter of fact, Congressman Abante, mag-start po sila, nung mag-start po sila ng, when they started the businesses, yung smuggling ng rice, vegetables, petroleum, and then, yun nga, ginamit po nila yung PBDEC, they have contracted a memorandum of understanding na kung saan yung 47 hectares will be converted. Gagawin pong yung kanilang tinatawag na Steel Manufacturing Corporation. But you have to realize, Mr. Chairman, that ang laki po ng kanilang ng kanilang tinatawag na kailangan pera para ma-develop po yung lugar. Pero yung kanilang capital outlay, capital paid up capital is only less than 25 million. So how can they put up a big facility like this, di ba? Na ang kanilang paid up capital is only below the amount that they are constructing in that area. So now, Mr. Chairman, I think there was also in 2021, si Tony Yang was caught by elements of the PBDEC Industrial Authority smuggling rice through the port in Sanjia. These are documented.
It means, Congressman Fernandez, na yung Golden Sun ang nagmamay-ari, si Tony Yang, di ba?
Yes.
Ibig
Tony Yang.
sabihin, sila rin ang involved sa rice cartel dito sa Metro Manila.
And yung pong Yangtze Rice Mill, wherein hundreds of millions pass through their account, dito po nila dinadaan yung mga bigas. Kung pakikita natin lang, pakita na natin yung Yangtze Rice Mill.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, Mr.
can I
Chair,
interject?
I just wanted to show the Yangtze Rice Mill,
after
which
the-
is owned also by Tony Yang, wherein millions of pesos pass through their account, including those who are involved in the drug trade.
Sige.
The name of Nono, Wenson Lee, Michael Yang, lahat po yan andun po sa kanilang transaction. Andun talaga lahat ang kanilang mga pangalan. At andun ang amount. Ayan po, yung kanilang Yangtze Rice Mill. Na kung makikita nyo po, ang address ng Yangtze Rice Mill is Alwana Business Park, Cagman, Cagayan de Oro City. At itong Golden Sun, which is owned also by Tony Yang.
Okay.
So, basically, Mr. Chairman, napapagduktong-duktong na po natin yung ating matagal na pong pinag-uusapan dito, 2 years ago pa, na nakikita po natin na talagang may koneksyon ng Pogo, may koneksyon ng mga korporasyon, ng mga Chinese corporation,
Rice cartel.
at meron yung sa drug cartel, meron sa rice
Rice
cartel,
cartel.
and different kind of smuggling that is being perpetrated by that corporation, legitimized by those Chinese personalities that pretended to be Filipinos.
Mr. Chair,
Thank you.
Mr. Chair, kaya pala kawawa ang mga farmers natin. Dahil lang sa Golden Sun na ito, puro imported rice na galing Vietnam ang nila pinapadala rito. At ang ating mga magasaka ay nagko-complain na pinababayaan po sila dahilan sa imported rice na ito at kay Tony Yang pala ang Golden Sun, Mr. Chair.
Okay, thank you, Congressman Abante. Senior Deputy Speaker Gonzales.
Salamat, Mr. Chairman. Well, teaser lang po. Medyo mahaba-haba, pero mahaba na po tayo sa maghapon na to. Ito yung pinaka-matrix, para may idea lang po kayo. Si Michael Yang, brother niya si Ong Jan Yang. Di ba po? Tapos, andito po si Alan Lim. Yung Alan Lim, siya po ang sa Xiongwei Technology. At yung wife po ni Alan Lim ay si Nono Lim. Ngayon po, dito po sa matrix na to, hindi ko lang po mapakita sa ating big screen, yung C9KG Technology Corporation, yung Turkish Diamond Technology Corporation, si Ong Jiang Yang, nakakonect po kay Baofu Ong Sheng. Sa inyo po yung Baofu, ma'am? Ma'am Alice?
Your Honor, yung land lang po, and before 21
Hindi,
po.
basta itong matrix daw, Baofu. From Ong Jiang Yang to Turkish Diamond, and then C9K Corporation to Baofu Ong Sheng. And then, Mr. Chairman, yung Michael Yang at saka si Alan Lim, yung Golden Sun 999 Realty Development 2017, ang nangyayari po nun, sa aming matrix, si Rose Nono Lim, si Lee Wenzai, tapos si A.D. Taiyang, yung sa'yo, Mr. Karaps, Chairman Karaps, Jack Yang, Ong Yang, Alvin Nguyen, tapos po papunta siya kay Sunflare Industrial Supply Development sa San Simon, Pampanga. At yung A.D. Taiyang naman po, Jack yan, nakakonect po yan sa Empire 999 Realty Corporation, kung saan po nakita yung 3.6 billion pesos na shabu sa Mexico under Willie Ong. Si Willie Ong, kasama niya po si Michelle C. at si Elaine Chua. So yun po, Mr. Chairman, ang pwede kong ma-share for the meantime para at least merong konting ideya yung ating mga nanonood sa ating maghapon. Salamat po, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Senior Deputy Speaker Gonzales. The last to interpolate is Congressman Romy Acop. You are recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Before I proceed with my interpellation, may I move that Ms. Catherine Ong be confined sa Correctional Institute for Women for 30 days after she has served her detention for the first contempt that we have issued. So move, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair, is that a motion to detain Ms. Cassandra Ong at the Women's Correctional?
Yes.
Mr. Chair, we know very well that Ms. Ong has an ailment. And in fact, just last week, she was just released from the hospital. So maybe this committee should consider whether this move, or if we transfer Ms. Cassandra Ong to the Women's Correctional, this might aggravate her condition, Mr. Chair. So, I believe, for humanitarian reasons, Mr. Chair, considering her ailment, we should reconsider this motion to detain her at the Women's Correctional, Mr. Chair. Or maybe, for that matter, we should let the medical team check on her whether she is fit. Because, Mr. Chair, if something happens to Ms. Cassandra Ong, that would be the responsibility of this committee, Mr. Chair. So, on the grounds of humanitarian reasons, this representation would like to appeal that we should reconsider this motion, Mr. Chair.
1 minute suspension.
Mr. Chair. Suspended na pala.
Parliamentary status is that there is a motion by Congressman Acop to detain Ms. Cassandra Ong for 30 days. However, before the ruling of the chair, Congressman Johnny Pimentel made a manifestation, in effect an appeal to the ruling of the chair as to the plan to detain her for 30 days at the Mandaluyong Women's Correctional. Now, I believe, Your Honor, Congressman Pimentel, that we can actually ask the medical team to check on Miss Cassandra Ong periodically while she is detained at the Women's Correctional. If she doesn't trust the medical director of the Women's Correctional, maybe we can ask that our own medical team from the House of Representatives go check on her, periodically, in order to assure the committee and assure Cassandra Ong that she will be looked after by professionals or medical practitioners. So, since there is a ruling earlier to transfer her detention to Mandaluyong Women's Correctional, perhaps we will implement the first ruling, then maybe wait whether Cassandra Ong with her lawyers would file a motion for recon before the Quad Committee. So I hope that satisfies our Honorable Pimentel.
Mr.
So
Chair.
therefore, we can continue with the motion of Congressman Acop. Congressman Acop, please proceed.
Now, this is not an objection on the motion of Chairman Akop. I just wanted to find out from Ms. Cassandra Ong, because there were pronouncement issued by Attorney Topacio regarding their intention that their client prepare to be in the Women's Correctional in Mandaluyong City. And a while ago, we were asking Cassandra if this is the same statement that she manifested to her lawyer. So maybe we can ask her, Cassandra, is this the real intention of yours to be out of this institution's custody and be transferred to Women's Correctional?
Cassandra?
Cassandra, ano mo ba yun? Intention mo talaga na kasi ang nararamdaman mo during that time, ano bang feeling mo during that time that you wanted to be transferred in the
According
correctional?
to your lawyer, mas gugustuhin mo raw na ikaw ay ma-detain sa Women's Correctional dahil yun daw ang iyong kagustuhan, dahil kesa ikaw ay humarap dito sa Quad Committee dahil ayaw mo raw na na-humiliate ka o ini-embarrass ka dito sa committee ito. And that was a statement na ginawa ng iyong mga abogado over media, no? Sa isang interview sa social media, sinabi niya yon. Kaya ngayon, because you actually requested for that, and there was a motion earlier which was unanimously approved na ikaw ay ilipat sa Women's Correctional. So anong iyong masasabi? Wala kang masasabi. Okay. In that case, Congressman Acop, maybe we can complete and continue the motion.
Mr. Chair, I would like to repeat my motion. May I move that Ms. Cassandra Ong, because of the contempt that, because we have cited her in contempt, should be detained at the Correctional Institute for Women in Mandaluyong for a period of 30 days. So move, Mr. Chair.
There's a motion to detain Cassandra Ong at the Women's Correctional Center at Mandaluyong City for 30 days. Duly seconded by Congressman Busita. Thank you. Hearing no objection, the motion is approved. Comsec, please advise Sergeant at Arms to coordinate with the Women's Correctional for the transfer of Ms. Cassandra Ong. So, Congressman Acop?
Mr. Chair, after she has served the period of detention for the first contempt,
Oh, so the first contempt order will end when? So, okay, the first 30 days detention will end on September 26. So, after September 26, she will be transferred to the Women's Correctional. Okay. So, that's clear. Congressman Acop, you may proceed with your interpellation.
thank you, Mr. Chair. May I move that in the next hearing, when the issue would be on POGO, that we invite Ms. Catherine Salazar and Ms. Geraldine Pipito from the
Comsec?
farm of Ms. Alice Go.
Okay, Comsec, please take note of the names and make sure that the these personalities will be invited in our next hearing on Pogos.
Thank you, Mr. May I proceed?
Second, please proceed.
Mr. Chair, but I also would like to add, Ann Jaime, Mr. Chair, the one that she gave the property to at the Alpha Land.
Likewise, Comsec, please take note of the name that Congressman Abante wishes to invite for the next hearing. This is, again, during the Pogo hearing. Thank you, Comsec. Congressman Ako, please proceed.
Thank you. I will not ask any questions from Ms. Cassandra Ong and Ms. Alice Gore. Nabubog na po sila eh. Kagaya ng sabi ni Honorable Konggun, mahirap yung nahuhuli dahil yung mga katanungan na tanong na po. But si Ronaldin, masarap na ang buhay mo dyan eh. Kasi ikaw lang sa tatlo ang nakakasubo ng pagkain kanina pa. Yun ang napansin ko. So, relax ka. Hindi ka man lang tinanong in 12 hours. Kanina pa tayong alas 10 dito, alas 10 na eh. So, now, Mr. Chair, may I ask questions from Honorable Mayor Dong Kalugay?
Please proceed.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Kasi isa lang yung nagtanong sa kanya eh. Sa dami ng mga impormasyon at sagot sa katanungan, hirap na po yung aking kokote para ikuan yung aking katanungan. Now, Mayor Kalugay, do you own a pig farm in Bugalyon, Pangasinan?
Wala po, Your Honor.
Wala. You don't have any farm in Bugalyon, Pangasinan?
Opo, Your Honor, wala po.
Wala. Now, in 2018, where were you?
Nasa Sual na po ako, Your Honor.
Nasa Sual. Anyway, before I ask the important questions, may I be allowed to ask you some personal questions?
Opo, Your Honor.
Yes. Ano po yung background ninyo? Civilian or military or police?
PNP po, Your Honor.
PNP. Ano po yung trabaho nyo nung nasa kayo PNP at ano po yung ranko ninyo?
Police Officer po, 1.
I beg your pardon?
Police Officer 1 po, Your Honor.
Kaya ako tinatanong ito para matest ko yung credibility mo, Mayor eh. Kung sasagutin mo ako ng tama. Police Officer 1. And how long have you been in the service of the PNP?
Naka 20 plus po ako, Your Honor.
I beg your pardon?
Naka 20 years po, mahigit, Your Honor.
20 years. And ano po yung ranko ninyo nung kayo'y umalis sa serbisyo?
Parehas lang po, Your Honor.
Ano po ang nangyari? Dahil 20 years, hindi ba dapat SPO4 ka na?
Hindi po ako na-promote, Your Honor.
Bakit hindi ka na-promote?
Hindi na po ako nagpa-promote, Your Honor.
Hindi ka nagpa-promote. Bakit?
Yun po, Your Honor, hindi na po ako nagpa-promote.
Bakit nga ayaw mo magpa-promote? Samantalang lahat ng membro ng AFP, Coast Guard, kahit sa civilian institution, ang gusto po nila ay ma-promote. Ikaw lang ang ayaw ma-promote. Bakit?
Your Honor, talagang hindi na po ako na-promote po, Your Honor.
Hindi ka na-promote.
Opo.
Siguro naman, hindi naman po siguro kulang sa pag-iisip yung nakakataas sa iyo na hindi ka i-promote kung tama po yung ginagawa po ninyo. Di po ba?
Your Honor, talagang hindi na po ako na-promote.
Mr. Chair, I think the resource person is not answering appropriately the question that I have propounded. Uy, kayo ang chairman.
Yes, Mayor, can you please answer directly the query of Chairman Akop? Kasi nadidinig ko paulit-ulit yung sagot mo. Please answer precisely.
Yun po talaga, Mr. Chair, hindi po talaga ako na-promote po magmula nung pumasok po ako.
Ba't hindi ka na-promote? Ikaw lang ata. Halos lahat naman ng opisyalis na po-promote. Ikaw hindi ka mapopromote. I haven't seen any officers of the PNP that yung mga magagaling na mga police, just like you, na hindi mapopromote. Parang exception ka sa lahat ng mga opisyalis doon na dapat ma-promote. Tapos naging mayor ka pa. So, ibig sabihin magaling ka. Ba't hindi ka na-promote?
Yun,
Please reply.
yun nga po, Your Honor, at hindi po talaga ako na-promote simula nung nakapasok po ako.
Mayor, kung hindi ka na-promote, bakit, tinanong mo ba kung bakit hindi ka na-promote o prino-promote ng mga authorities ng PNP?
Undergrad po ako nung undergrad po ako nung ano po, Your Honor, so hindi
So,
na
in other words, pag undergrad ka, hindi ka qualified nung pumasok ka dahil ang qualification ay dapat graduate ka ng college. Ganun po ba ang sitwasyon?
may special enlistment po sa IG po, doon po ako nakapasok po sa
Ano po?
PNP.
Ano po yung kwan? Ano yung rason kung bakit na-recruit po kayo? Dahil ang nire-recruit sa PNP ay college graduate.
Your Honor, nung na-enlist po ako sa IG, doon po ako naipasok po na sa polis po.
Okay, sige. Are you married?
Anal po.
Mayor, ang sagot lang po doon, married o hindi?
Hindi po, sir. Your Honor.
Hindi na. Dati,
Kasal po ako.
married ka. So, tama yung sagot mo, anal. Tama po ba?
Opo, Your Honor.
Hindi ka na nag-asawa?
May kinakasama po ako.
Ngayon, may kinakasama ka ngayon.
Opo, Your Honor.
Okay. Thank you. Marami pong katanungan tungkol sa mga negosyo mo. But before that, taga Pangasinan ka talaga. Taga Suwal ka ba o nasa Bugalyon?
Sa Bugalyon po, Your Honor.
Sa Bugalyon. Gaano kalayo yung Bugalyon sa Suwal?
Medyo malayo po, Your Honor.
Paano ka napunta sa Suwal?
Noong ako po'y nagretiro, pinalaban po ako doon ng dalawang politika po.
Pinalaban ka sa politika?
Opo, dalawang politika po.
Dalawang
mga nasa politika po, politiko, sir.
Pwede po bang malaman, masabi dito sa committee, kung sino po yung political benefactors po ninyo kaya kayo tumakbo na mayor ng Suwal, Pangasinan?
Pinatakbo ko po ng dating governor po at congressman po ng 1st District.
Congressman ng First District, Governor. Sino po yung governor at saka congressman?
Governor Amado Espino Jr., sir.
And then the congressman?
Congressman Art Celeste, sir, Your Honor.
Art Celeste.
Opo.
Okay. Being from Pangasinan, alam mo ba nung early years before the 80s, yung Suwal, Pangasinan ay smuggling center ng Northern Luzon?